Hey, welcome to MBTV once again. This live event is on how to create financial freedom and living the life that you truly want to live. I'm really excited about this topic because it's a new year, and although I don't necessarily believe in New Year's resolutions, I think they are the devil. Because it really doesn't encourage change. It kind of just encourages like the same old routines of forgetting that you want to really change your life for the better. So in this live stream, we're going to have a lot of people from our Slack chat community. If you want to join these live events that we will be doing in the future, you can just join the Slack community. You will be getting that notification in Slack, which is, again, a chat room community for personal growth that we have. And from there, you will be able to join. So today we have a couple of new guests. We have Damon, who will be in and out. I think he is working with a client, or he has some other things to do. We have Gabrielle, Olivia, who looks like Jay, and me, Daniel from MBTV. So if you want to chat up the chat box on this video and you feel that you want to join, just say it and I will share the link, and we will be getting to talking about how to create financial freedom. So yeah, this is going online. This is definitely going online because it's, a Google Hangout. So yeah. So anyway, we're going to be moving on to creating financial freedom. So pretty much I really enjoy this. I really like this topic because you see it all over social media. You see people really wanting to you see people really want to have financial freedom. People want more than the 9-to-5 job, or they want more than one source of income. And I guess people really don't know where to start. And I've always been interested myself in doing a lot of things. I've always had multiple jobs. I've always kind of wanted to do more for myself. And so, how it first starts is, you have to have a strategy, right? You have to know what you want. You have to kind of, and I say this in some of my other videos, like my vlogs, you have to be able to visualize what you want. So, having financial freedom, right, which is pretty much what we're all striving for, right? It's an area that a lot of people struggle with. Part of it is identifying your weaknesses, identifying, where you're lapsing when it comes to your own financial freedom. Part of it is being able to visualize and understand with tangibility how you're going to achieve financial freedom. And the next step is, and another thing that you need to do, like, so visualizing, right? So, you can't just say to yourself, I want to make $1 million a year without knowing how to get there, without, having some kind of grounding realness to it. So what I recommend you do is, like, let's just say, and it can be something as, like, it could be career driven. Like, you can say to yourself, I want to be a doctor, but how do you become a doctor without really, how do you bring that into fruition? You can be whatever you want. You can create whatever you want in theory, but without understanding how to actually conceptualize that and how to manifest that in reality, it's never going to happen. So, like, if you want to do anything in life, you have to be able to visualize it, understand what you need to do in real life, in real time. So that involves researching, investigating, kind of maybe shadowing people, or, events, or, the lifestyle in which, you want to live, right? So if you want to be a doctor, it would be really smart to follow what a doctor does to see if that's what you want to do. Get to know people who are on the route to be a doctor. As an example, you want to open up a business, start reaching out to business owners. Talk about, start inquiring about, their lifestyle, what it takes to open up a business, what, they need to do, what kind of, how do they open their business? Is it like an LLC or a corporation? Ask them what the hardest parts of opening a business is. How do they get motivated? How do they keep being motivated? These are all really great questions. You need to really bring it into reality. And even if it's not any of those things and you have something specific that you want to do, maybe you're creating a product and it's like an organic product, or maybe you're a freelancer. These are things that you need to be thinking of, like, what different sources of income do I want to create? What kind of lifestyle I want to live? So, you have to understand what your weaknesses are. You have to understand, you have to be able to visualize what you want. And then the next part is being able to do the research, being able to get that support in your environment, and, go along the idea of this topic that Tony Robbins actually brings up. And it's pretty much you get your knowledge, you create your strategy, and you execute, right? You learn about what you want to do, you create the strategy on how to get there, and you create action, right? Just tons of action. It's not smart people that, it's not intelligent people that create the lives that they want to live. It's the people that actually create the most actions. And so if you want food for thought, think about this. Most people have only one source of income. People only get by, they're very limited because they only have one source of income in their portfolio called their income stream, right? And so with your income streams, if you only have one source of income, you're very limited because you rely either check by check, or maybe you make enough money where, you can live comfortably, but to a point. And so it's kind of like having a lot of income streams is like diversifying your portfolio of, like, let's just say, investments. If you only invest in one niche area in the market, or you only invest in one stock, you're more likely to have risk. You're more likely to take a risk with only, with that one source of investment or income. So right now, if you're living a life of having one source of revenue, whether it's a 9-to-5 job, whether it's like a passive income, whether it's Social Security or something. So this is for anybody. You're taking a risk when you only have one source of income. When you start diversifying, just in your sources of income, hold on, I gotta change this. This is getting really laggy. When you have one source of income, you're in trouble because something can happen. Something can happen to you. Something can happen to your car. The universe can hit you with something, and that one source of income is going to take the beating for that financial band-aid to put on, right? You gotta slap on a band-aid and spend a lot of money to fix whatever happened. Thank you. This isn't even my haircut. I woke up like this. I just kind of woke up and I was like, I need to do work. But thank you, Leo. So anyway, I hope these ideas are getting through to you guys. So one thing that you should be doing right now, because it's January, you have like the rest of the year and like your whole life to do this. What I would recommend you guys do is really figure out, what really makes you happy. What do you want to give back to the world, right? How you want to contribute and all that. And then at the end of the day, figure out maybe how you can monetize that. And so, and you don't have to, like, I'll give you an example. The average millionaire, the last time I checked up to date, the average millionaire makes or has 9 different sources of income. Think about that. 9 different sources of income, right? How many do you have? Oh, and welcome, Sim Sim. You can always interject, but I will, for the most part, be putting you on mute if you have anything to say, just to keep the live stream efficient with the bandwidth and the connection. If you're there. So I don't know if you want to say hi real quick, but hello. So anyway, I'm gonna keep moving on. The average millionaire makes or has 9 sources of income. I think that's really cool because when you really think about it, right? 9 sources of income. A lot of people, it's not about getting the 9 sources of income. It's about maintaining it and having them grow. And so you have to ask yourself, what are different things that you can do to monetize to make your life not only easier, but to live the lifestyle you want to live. Hey, Sim Sim, I can't hear you. There's something up with your connection. So maybe try coming in and out again. I am not totally sure. But I will put you on mute because your connection is not the greatest, unfortunately. Try coming in and out again. Sorry. But yeah, all right. So I'm back. But yeah, Sim, I can't really understand you because your connection is, yeah, your connection isn't the best right now. I don't understand why, but I apologize for that. Um, so I'm gonna be moving on. So I want you guys to understand that part of growing your business, in part or of not growing your business, in part of creating income streams. Yeah, sorry about that. I have no idea why we have sound issues right now. It should be really clear. Um, but I don't know. Yeah, like I have no idea why. So anyway, I'm just gonna try and keep moving forward. If you guys cannot hear me still, let me know so I can try and adjust all this. Um, okay, cool, great. So if you guys can hear me, great. All right. So anyway, trying to get back to my point. The idea I want you guys to take home from this is that building income streams, right? Income sources, it has a lot to do with growing them. Imagine each income stream is like a seed that you have to grow into this huge plant, right? Right now, you have to ask yourself, what are some ways that I would actually enjoy making money that I can monetize? I just don't know how to monetize them, right? Um, so, in part, like I said, you have to do the research. In part, you're gonna have to like want to do this, right? You don't want to just create income streams for yourself and not really realize, why you're doing this. You have to understand the lifestyle that you want to live. And so when I start working with clients, uh, in the financial dimension of the wheel of life, I always ask them, do you understand what your lifestyle is in which you want to live? Do you know what you want to do with yourself? Do you know the kind of lifestyle you want to live? And a lot of people really don't know that. And so it's hard to want to start working your ass off and be motivated without really knowing why you're motivated. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. So what you really need to discover is what you really want to do in life, and think outside the box of, getting the house, getting the family, getting the kids, getting the wife or husband. Think outside that. Like, what do you want to do? What do you want to give back to the world? What is like a mission that you might have, right? And you have to have that goal. Like for me personally, it's coaching. I want to coach. I want to do workshops around the world. All I want to do is do seminars and help people in the different ways that I can, and really make that difference in people's lives. But to do that, I need to create my own financial freedom, which I am well on my way to doing. But what I've realized, and through the help of motivation, social media, just seeing things, just wanting that personal growth and change for myself, I was able to really identify with this whole income stream idea, or this income stream philosophy. And you really need to create more for yourself. So what I would say is, start with a couple, and I'm going to talk about how you can grow these. We're going to cover pretty much all that in this live stream, because it's only been 20 minutes, I think. But you have to start off with maybe one thing and see how it works, right? So first, you need the motivation, right? You need to visualize. You need to get motivated. You need to have a mission. You need all these different things, right? But they all come natural if the desire is there, right? If you are struggling right now financially, let's just say you really want to save up money, or let's just say you're in a crunch right now. A lot of people like just they neglect the idea, or they just don't realize that, hey, if I just create a whole bunch of income streams, I'll be able to be more financially secure, and get like, it all adds up like over time. Like, you have all these different income streams. Like, let's just say you get to 5, right? You're making 5 different sources of income. If you get sick at, let's just say you have a main job. If you get sick, you're making income from 4 different ways still, right? For as long as they don't involve you per se. If it's passive income, that's fantastic. But if it involves you, you get what I'm saying. So the idea is to, write down, like for me personally, I write down all the things that I want to accomplish, my strategies. And right now I have all my different strategies set up for my passive incomes separate from MBTV, right? One of them is coaching, obviously, but right now we're building our business. So that's not my direct source of income. I have other ways that I create income. So the idea here is you want to be able to not only create these income streams, but grow them, right? And like, let's just say, for example, let's just say you make something, you make products and you can sell them on eBay or Etsy. Let's just say you make something, you make some kind of like unique product, let's just say, right? You can start, selling and monetizing these products, and you can start making more and more and more of them and start establishing like an online market, right? So what I would encourage you guys to do is think about these income streams, not something as static, like, okay, cool, I have it set up, that's it. But you have to have it to grow in order to kind of, if that's your goal, to reach, to be a millionaire. You have to be able to kind of allow your income streams to grow, right? And so you have to work at these, pretty much every day or every other day, right? Because then they're not going to be done by themselves. It's going to be mostly you that's going to be creating these income streams. And so, you need to surround yourself with other people who also want this kind of lifestyle. You have to ask yourself what kind of lifestyle you want to live. And you have to ask yourself, maybe write a list down of all the things that you want to do, that you can kind of give back to the world and make, income with, right? Like, I actually have a job. I have coaching, and I do other things too online. And that's, and then, I always, I started building my income streams, right? But these are all things that I want to do, right, with my life. Like, I'm very motivated to do these things because these are niche areas that I'm really passionate about. And so for as long as you're passionate about it, you can be motivated. If you understand why you have your income streams and you understand that you want that financial freedom, that financial security, then you can go along and then do those things, right? You're more inclined to do them. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to stop because I know I just spewed out a lot of content. So if any of you guys want to talk, this would be the time if you want to interject. So I'm going to slow down real quick and I'm going to let you guys take in that information. So if nobody has anything to say, then I will move on. Now, a lot of people don't realize as well. Now you would think that people would do more financial streams, right? But it's not a very common thing, and that's strange to me because I want financial freedom, and all of you guys probably want financial freedom. So why not have it? Why not try to learn how to do it? In part, not only do people not have more than one income stream sometimes, but sometimes they do, but it's like dipping and dabbing into different things. But a lot of people don't even invest. A lot of people don't invest in the stock market. A lot of people get very scared and they get like kind of fearful or phobic when it comes to investing. People get phobic in general when it comes to moving money. And herein lies the issue when it comes to financial freedom and people understanding how money works. And so I'll give you a little story about me. Last year, I really sucked with money. Like January this time, I was like, you know what? I'm really tired of sucking with money. Like, I know I have the aptitude. I know I have the skills to learn, finance. I know I have it, right? And like, there's a lot of stuff that interests me. But I'm like, I really need to get out of this place that I'm in. I really want that financial freedom. So I started learning about finance. I started learning about investing, and I learned a lot. You have to remember, like, I was telling my friend the other day, she wants to be an accountant and she doesn't have enough money to go back to school. I told her, like, look, you don't have to buy your education. All of the knowledge is online now. You can download a PDF of an accounting textbook or like 50 accounting textbooks for free. And you can get a job without an education, right? And you just saved yourself a ton of time because you got motivated and you wanted to learn and you wanted to go for a career that you want to grow into. People see that motivation and will hire you. But that's a different story. But my point is, I learned finance. I taught myself finance for a full year. I embedded myself in finance. And so what ended up happening is I learned how to day trade. I learned how to invest stocks, equities, like the equities market, currencies, all these different kind of ways of creating passive income or immediate income. So the idea though is I got really good at investing, but the idea though is that while I was learning investing, I came across a really great video that I actually might share. I'm actually going to post a link to it because I believe it's such an influential. It's actually it's a couple of videos. It follows it follows a man, like a trading manager. It trades. It follows a guy named Antoine Krill, and he pretty much he does like he used to be like a very renowned trader, and he left the trading to create his own institute, and now he kind of has like this institute of trading, and he helps other people learn how to invest. And so he did like 45-minute or 1 hour videos of like a guy following him around and videotaping himself, but talking about advice and giving financial and investing advice. And one of the things he said that really stuck with me, because I do consider myself to be kind of spiritual. Um, he did bring up a really cool idea, and he said a lot of people don't realize that money has to move. A lot of people don't realize that when you keep your money in a bank account, when you keep money in a static kind of mode, it doesn't move. It doesn't grow, and it doesn't, it only deteriorates because of it. You always have inflation. If you keep $1,000 for 20 years, it's not going to be worth $1,000 in actuality in the market. The market doesn't give a crap have and how much it's going to be worth, right? Because it's always going to go lower regardless. And you would kind of see this more if you got more involved in trading currencies. That's a different story though. But my point is money always has to move. And so a lot of people will just throw their money in a banking account or a savings account, which is like, or a 401k. Please don't do 401ks. And you'll throw it in a 401k, and you'll see your money like slowly grow. But it really depends. In these situations, you're really subject to kind of time, right? So when you don't take control of your life and like the flow in all aspects, not just money, but you are subject to time's whims. And when you're on time's power or control, when you're in time's control, it's harder to create the lifestyle you want. And so I'll give you an example. Like if you invested in something, right? Let's just say you started investing like when you're 30, you know, did you know that when you are 20 compared to 30, you save so much more money? It's ridiculous. It is like the most ridiculous thing. By the way, hold on. Guys, if you want to join this, I'm putting the link to join to talk to me and to be on this call in the chat below or the chat. So if you want to join, go to that link, you'll be able to hop in. So, but my point is people don't realize that, money is a spiritual thing. A lot of people, first of all, have a really bad conditioning towards money. They really don't understand what money is. Money is actually very spiritual. It's energy. Energy always has to flow. Energy always moves. Energy never goes away. Yeah, binary options are fantastic. I like Forex, but I really stick with equities. Anyway, so the thing is though, money always moves. And like if you actually start getting into investing full time, you kind of realize this. And I think, a lot of people who achieve financial success, it could be a goal. When people achieve their financial success, they understand how to see money in a better way, right? And so you have to remember everything is a mindset game. So if you're having financial hardship or financial struggles, it's because your mindset towards money is warped. Just like when I work with men in the dating relationship world, a lot of their issues with women come from their mindsets towards genders and gender role and how they've been conditioned to see gender. It doesn't have anything to do with their skills. I feel like every man is apt to be that guy to get the girl. I believe every guy has that like that motivation, that power inside them. But a lot of it really just comes down to mindset. And so with money, you have to remember that it's all mindset. If you don't think as money as an energy that always moves and needs to move to make you more, like money wants to make more money, right? If that makes sense. Like if you put money in a bank account, you're pretty much like, doing yourself and the money that you have a disservice, right? But a lot of people are afraid of creating that. They're afraid of risk. We live in a society. Well, not as much anymore. I feel like we're revolutionizing the way we capitalize on our lifestyles. But there's still like a majority, it's still a majority of people that are afraid to take risks, too afraid to get extra income sources or income streams, to really to take that risk in investments and make money, regardless of what it may be. And, you know, what is it? You have to ask yourself, what is it going to take for you to create that lifestyle you want? Do you want to live remotely? Do you want to get that house? Do you want to travel? Do you want to see a whole bunch of family members? Do you want to just do whatever you want? Right? It's about what you value and what you want in your life. And you have to ask yourself, like, you know, am I making those changes every day? Am I making actions to get to those, to getting to that position? You know, you only have a certain amount of time in this life. I want to see everybody here in this call be able to achieve their financial success or reach a financial goal this year, because there's no excuse why you can't do it if you work towards it every day and you research, you strategize, and you execute, right? So, but that's a big idea. I would say the biggest thing, the biggest takeaway within this call is to realize that, money is energy. Money is a income magnet, right? Money is meant to move. Money in itself is spiritual. It's energy, and it's an exchange. We identify money with something, right? We have mindsets. People really change with money. People say, like, money is just a piece of paper, and yes, it's just a certain kind of economic system that we have. But you have to remember, you know, money can make people stressed out. Money, makes people commit suicide. Money creates struggle. I think that the biggest reason, as I've read, why marriages fail is because of money. There is successful money coaches out there or financial coaches out there that help couples, with money, because money is a really huge benefactor to happiness, right? You know, money you can say is almost like the epitome of security when it comes to your physical lifestyle, right? So you got to remember, you have to ask yourself, how do you see money? Are you making changes every day to create that security, that lifestyle you want to live? You got to visualize that lifestyle. And you have to start creating income streams. You have to start figuring out what you really want to do. And by the way, every income stream has something to do with giving back to the world. You can't make money without interacting with the world in some way, right? Like coaching, like, MBTV, we're all coaches. So we naturally connect to you guys. We naturally connect to the world, right? Even if you're doing something online, just solely online, and you're making money, you're still connecting with people, right? You're still creating experiences for others, even if it's very small and marginal, right? So I'm going to take another pause right there, and let's see if you guys have anything to say. If you guys have any comments, hey Gabrielle, do you have anything at this point that you wanna talk about? Remember, you are on mute, sir. Okay. All right. So if none of you guys have thoughts about that, I'm just going to move forward once again. So I was actually not going to make this a very long call. Good evening, friendly guy. So you may be asking yourself, yeah, I know, it's like strange, right? I'm like giving really good advice right now, and like nobody's like, I could be charging this advice, but I'm not. And like you guys are just passively here. But it's cool. So you may be asking yourself, like, Dan, I got no money. What do I do? Or Dan, I live with my parents. Or Dan, I'm 60 years old and I feel like I failed financially. It's never freaking too late. Oh no, my question was, I covered a lot. So Tanner, I covered a lot of financial stuff already, even though it's been 30 minutes. I just talked really fast for the last 30 minutes. So if you have any financial questions for me, or you want to hop in and talk about, hold on. I don't know if you can see like the link I shared, you can just hop on. Like, this is an open forum for you guys to hop on and ask me anything. And I know SimSim has been having the hardest time trying to talk because of her connection, but it is what it is. So if you guys have any questions, again, I'm here in this call right now. I would be probably doing this for another half hour. then I will get off, or you can just reach out to me personally. Okay, sure. All right, well, I'm tuning in now and see what you're going. See what you're going. Is there a character limit? There is no character limit. Ask anything. Ask anything financial. I'll let you know if I don't know it. But anyway, so you have to ask yourself, like, you have to ask yourself, what's your situation now? You have to understand without you can't move forward, right, without knowing where you are now. So many people that I work with, they're like, I want this. I'm like, okay, but so where are you now? Do you know where you are now? Do you know your strengths and weaknesses? Do you know the kind of conditioning that you have? Because right, because you have to remember everything is like an equation, right? Everything is kind of like, you know, you're only a couple of variables away from either reaching that goal or achieving that challenge, right? And I mentioned this in a different way when it comes to relationships. You know, let's just say you're looking for the one, or you're looking for a romantic partner to be with. Do you believe that you're a match to that romantic partner? If you put yourself in that person's shoes in which you're visualizing to be with you, do you believe that that person would like you the way you are right now, or do you think you need to evolve a little bit to be the person to be with that person, right? Like, do you think you need to grow, transition, progress, right? Um, the thing about money specifically in the financial area of life is that it's seen as a very cold and not static, but it's seen as a very cold area, very rigid, very strict. Um, no worries, Sim. Like I understand that, and you can always message. Like if you have a question, put it in the post right next to it, the post right here. Like if you have a question, just write it in the group chat, and I'll be able to see it. Um, so anyway, my point is like finance, like it's seen as cold, like the stock market, investing and trading, and being a stock, like whatever, finance, whatever. You could ask a question about MBTI types, but that is not that's not what this discussion is about. It's just about finance, financial freedom, right? So we're going to be sticking to this. So anyway, so the financial sector is seen in one way, but you have to remember, like a lot of people aren't taught how to create their own financial freedom. You're not taught this in school. You have to self-learn. If you don't have that emphasis to self-learn, you're going to stay in this purgatory of having one income stream, right? How are you supposed to do something you don't even know about, right? So a lot of people, they associate the stock market, they associate the financial sector, money in a negative way because it's an ends to a means, where it's really a tool. It's an energetic tool to optimistically pursue your own endeavors, right? And if you set yourself up, if you have money working for you, you'll be able to do those things. Um, all right, so we do have a question. Rather than focus on the dreamy aspects of attracting money, how about the reality of the liability and legal responsibilities involved? I want to know if most get an accountant or attorney to set things up, or if they just sail along on their own and hope it all goes well. Okay, so to answer your question, Obscure, um, so you have to be more specific, because if you have $100,000, right, the first thing like that you would, I guess, stereotypically want to do is hire a fiduciary or a stockbroker or a financial advisor. Those three: stockbroker, financial advisor, fiduciary. And I will explain the three if you guys want to. I'm just going to do it. What the hell? All right. A fiduciary is probably something you've never heard of. A fiduciary is actually somebody who helps you make money, or helps you diversify your portfolio, build your money through through accounts, but they don't get, like, they just make money because they want to help you, right? They're like they don't get commissions, um they don't get they don't get commissions or sales. Like, they just, fiduciaries give you advice, you pay for that advice, and that's it. They're not trying to upsell you on stocks, mutual funds, 401ks, investment security, like nothing, right? So that's fiduciary. Fiduciary is what you realistically want to go for. If you want to have a stock portfolio, you believe you do not have enough time to manage your own stock investments, then what you need to do is, either go to a financial advisor or a stockbroker, right? But both of these routes, right? See, this is the thing. If you just taught yourself a little bit about the stock market, you wouldn't need these two areas, right? So, but if you don't want to spend the time to learn stock market, you're not good at it, whatever. That's totally you. If you want to invest in the stock market, or invest in either a stockbroker or a financial advisor, you can do that. The only issue I have going down that route, and I hope you're listening, Obscure Fescade, is that these guys charge commissions, right? Stockbrokers charge commissions. They charge commissions either by percentage or flat rate, depending on what the hell they want to charge you. You know, sometimes they just make up numbers. Sometimes they have policies where, you know, depending on the kind of firm that they're with, you know, they charge a flat rate per trade, right? Sometimes stockbrokers they have like their own personal policies where they don't charge you a commission, or so they don't charge you a fee unless that trade that you wanted to purchase or that they sold you on makes money, right? So that's a stockbroker. Financial advisor is different. They still make money on stocks, but it's not as much as a stockbroker. That's only what a stockbroker does, right? A stockbroker is literally in charge of managing accounts. That's what a stockbroker is. They're the sales of stocks, right? A financial advisor is the sales of a whole bunch of shitty products. Pardon my French. But anyway, although you do need products from financial advisors, right? Like anything that has to do with like life insurance or, you know, things to take care of your health or, you know, divorces. Like, there's just a ton of things that financial advisors do, but you don't want to go to them for money, right? Or you could, if you know somebody, you trust them, sure, like if you know them personally and they sincerely want to help you out. But financial advisors make profit, they make commissions on selling you products. And that can be mutual funds, it can be 401ks, it can be a whole bunch of other things. And so financial advisors actually make money on you through products that they want to upsell. And it may not be stock products per se, or as much like a stockbroker will have a ton of products that they could sell you that the firm has, right? You know, if it's a mutual fund, they're picking a whole bunch of stocks and they want to upsell it and call it a mutual fund, and then they're selling it to you for a fee. 401k is the same thing. 401k is just allowing a trading manager, pretty much, or a firm to choose a product of a couple of stocks, bundle it together, call it a fund, and then they sell it to you, and then they take a shit ton of fees, or they charge you a shit ton of fees for that 401k. That's why you should never do 401ks in the business you work for. You're better off just investing in the S&P or the Dow Jones, because you're guaranteed at least 15% long term per year. So those are the three differences. I would recommend fiduciary or personal friend. Don't go to a stockbroker if you have no time to work on your stocks as is. Like, you're busy, you work 2 jobs, you don't want to worry about, you know, diversifying your portfolio. Go to a stockbroker, go to a financial advisor, talk about diversifying your portfolio, right? So do those things. Is there a correlation between MBTI types and career paths? Oh yeah, definitely. But it's subject to personality. It's subject to personal experience. You have to remember, people are dynamic. So MBTI tends to be more static when it comes to, you know, it's like MBTI is about functionality. People forget this. It's not personality. Like MBTI type, the type is shorthand, right? You know, for more scientific terminology, right? MBTI is all about functionality. You look at other systems like Enneagram and like Socionics, it's more dynamic, right? More robust. That's good info to have. Thank you. But I was thinking more in terms of running a business. I'm lazy. I just do a Roth IRA index fund in regards to investing. Yeah, that's BS. You want to get out of Roth IRAs. That's retarded. Do the research and start really building money now. But if you want to build a business, what you would want to do, yeah. Did you know, like, listen, guys, if you want to start a business, like, there are people out there that want to help you build a business. If you have no idea how to create a business, right? Let's just say you want to start a business. What you want to do is go to a networking event. Go to any networking event. There is always going to be an attorney at a networking event that's just starting out, and they want to do everything for free for you, right? But why do they do this, right? So when you go to a networking event, you can find anybody that you need to start a business, literally. Marketer, anybody with graphics designs, website design, attorneys. You can find anybody you want at a networking event. Yeah. So the idea is that you want to start a business, obscure facade, facade. Yeah. What you need to do is, go to a networking event. If you have the option, if you have the opportunity to go to a networking event, you will find an attorney that will literally tell you, yo, I really like your business idea and I want to help you get it off the ground. They will literally tell you that they would rather do this small shit for free, help you build a business, and as a trade-off to working with them long term, right? So the thing about attorneys and these services in finance, within law, especially law, people do law for the long-term business relationships that they get out of it. So right now, I even have attorneys that I work with that that I have met at networking events that I can just hit up or email, and because they're starting out, they're fresh, they're fresh meat. They want to get that experience. They will do shit for you for free out of an exchange of goodwill, and in favor that you will kind of work with them later down the road when your business gets bigger, right? I hope that makes sense. So yeah, you need an attorney. An attorney can really help you differentiate what kind of organization you want to open up, whether it's an LLC, a corporation, limited liability, like all those different things. I wish Damon was here because he probably knows more about this than I do. Um, I just did my research to do like my coaching thing. But now I'm with MBTV, so it's a little different. But yeah, like you need to reach out to these guys. Like I would reach out to an attorney, and then the attorney could hook you up with other people, and so then you can start creating a network of people to get help from. So I hope that kind of helps you guys out as far as like the mainstream way, as far as like investing for the future. You know what I mean? So, create those create those income streams, but remember, you have investing. Like you just have like the raw organic way of investing. Like throw money in, see if it makes you money or if it fails, and then learn from it and grow. Right. Learn how to create a portfolio. Right. The more diverse your portfolio is, the more you're minimizing risk. So in finance, they call making money and like limiting your risk factor minimizing risk, or hedging your account, right? So when you hedge your account, which is something, when you hedge your account, it means you're pretty much trading out of investments, right? You're making yourself safe for the moment, right? Or let's just say you are minimizing your risk. The best way to do that is creating a diverse portfolio, right? What do I recommend? I recommend it mostly be stocks, at least 60% be stocks, at least 10% be currencies, and whatever else you want to dip and dabble into. To be honest, if you have enough money to invest in IPOs, then do IPOs, right? But at the end of the day, like you got to teach yourself stuff, right? You gotta take your financial freedom by the balls and really learn, grow, and be free yourself, right? If you have the money to invest in a stockbroker or a fiduciary or a financial advisor, perfect. Kudos to you. But you need those income streams, right? You want to be able to be in a position where you're living the lifestyle you want and saving your money at the same time, and you're comfortable and you're secure and you're good. That's what you need to be doing, right? And so I hope, if anybody, I don't know if you guys have any questions about stock market stuff or investing and like actual investing, but feel free, because that's what I'm doing. I'm here to kind of help you guys. Like this really should be like an open forum for you guys. Like I'm like really here. Like if you want to join in this call and talk to me, you can just join, because like this is why I'm here. I'm here to like just in the moment help you guys. Yeah, I'm glad that you can understand me, friendly guy, because that's what really matters. Gabrielle, I think you're pretty much good. I feel like you're taking notes right now, all this quietness, right? um, so I hope you guys kind of learn a little bit. Yeah, I hope you guys learn a little bit about finance right now. This is going to be an hour long, so right now I'm going to just leave this open to like 9 minutes left. The clock's ticking, so if you guys have any questions right now for me, ask me now or forever hold your peace. If you guys want to see me do a financial video later down the road, let me know. Like another financial live event, sure. ESTJ3 Wing 2 trying to follow your footsteps. Dude, you're like born to do investing. You're born to be in business. Like, what's wrong with you? You gotta get on that game, man. You need to start learning every day, Carl. I'm serious. Like, you gotta get on it. you know, um, I achieved one of my bucket lists last year to work for a firm to be a day trader, and I was really excited because I got the job, and then I didn't want to pursue it, but I was glad that I was able to get there. But I have the experience to be a trader, and I'm like super stoked because of that, because I taught myself, and like I actually got good and whatever, and now it's just building my portfolio and all that stuff. Oh yeah. So also, I'm going to be putting in those inspirational videos that I want you guys to see. It's really good. Like, they're long, but they're so worth it. So Carl, if you want to work with me, if you want to talk after this, just let me know. Hit me up on Slack, and I'll be able to talk to you about anything. I definitely want to help you. Achieve what you want. But yeah, man, like I'm really here for you guys. Like, I didn't have to do this live call. This was kind of random, and I thought about it last night, and I was like, I really just want to make a video on financial freedom, because people need to know that it's totally possible, no matter how old you are, as long as you really want to make that change for yourself. Oh, thank you, friendly guy. Thank you. All right, so do you guys have any other questions? I'm just going to be chilling here, um, wrapping up this call, but I'm going to be here until for another 6 minutes. So when I upload this, I'll throw in those inspirational videos in the comments. I mean, in the description. Well, you have to remember, actually, MBTI is not theoretical. It's proven. It's being proven now with science by Dario Nardi. I would pick up his books, Neuroscience of Personality, or look at any of his live events. He did a live event at Google talking about MBTI and the validity of MBTI. MBTI is proven with neuroscience now, with EEGs, and so there's a contingency or a consistency with MBTI and how the brain works in the different areas of the brain. Yeah, Melta Segundo. I hope I pronounced that right. Yes, if you watch this whole video, the first 80% of this video is about me talking about not investing, but creating your own financial freedom through different income streams, and how to get that off the ground. So I would just backtrack on this video when you get the chance, when it's over, and rewatch this video, because I go from one income stream, for being in a really struggling place, to not really worrying at all. And it's really easy, because you know what, the crazy thing is, once you have money, you actually can start investing in either different financial streams, income streams, different things that you can invest in that's not stereotypically investing, where you can make a lot of money and not do a lot of hours doing it. And that's the whole idea, is to work 2 to 4 hours a week and make a ton of money. And just all you're doing is kind of looking over and overseeing your portfolios or your businesses, and just kind of managing, right? Once you have everything set up, guys, it's just about managing and growing, right? Like I was talking about those seeds and income streams. Once you have the income streams set up, then it's just all about growing those seeds into beautiful trees or towers, right? Because in INFP, I need to know how to make pretty pictures and still feed myself. Lol. Yeah. So if you wanna create pictures, like, listen, like INFPs have maybe the hardest time. INFPs. I won't say INFPs. Oh, like, you missed this awesome call.
Man, I had to jump in. I'm in a meeting right now. Actually, it's funny. You're having this stream going on right now, and it's directly related to what I'm doing.
Yeah, like, I'm really
my financial future.
Yeah, like, I'm literally, dude, I gave so much good advice in this video in 1 hour. I almost beat Damon.
You almost beat Damon?
Yeah, like, there's a lot of content in this video. Yeah, to answer your question, Carl Bennington, Yes, I'm a 3-wing 4. To answer your question, Obscure Cascade, I know INFPs have a struggle creating that financial freedom because I understand the INFP life. Believe me, I really get it. I've dated a lot of INFPs. You guys all have visions and things you want to really bring out. So what I would say to you is remember to be in a relationship with somebody who wants your success, your missions to come out and for you to express yourself. But remember that you need to, even if you have an issue with it, you need to kind of pursue achieving, and really creating your own thing. INFPs are like, I would call them the freelancer of finance or the freelancer of business, because INFPs are really freelancers, right? You guys are very artsy. You guys have like your creative side, your vision, but you want to do it alone, and it's just you, depending on like your particular way of doing things. And like, if you're an INFP and you're watching this, just remember that you got to step out of yourself and start building those actions every day. If you don't know what to do, reach out to people. There's so many people out there who can help you really bring your dreams to life. But I know it's hard enough as it is, getting the confidence to do it, worrying about what people are going to think about you. Like, if you just want to draw pictures and feed yourself and just live a very frugal, minimalistic, and secure life, fine. But you can still do what you love, right? And like, and that's what should be the most majority of your time, right? Is doing what you love. Like, if you're a singer, I'll give you an example. I dated an INFP who was a singer. And she was working a regular job, and she was really trying to get out of that lifestyle, but she wasn't creating the actions to get out there. Once she started dating me, she really kind of picked up on it, because like I was really motivating her to like do the things that she wanted to do. But like right now, if she kept doing it, she would be out of that job, singing at different venues, singing at different bars, restaurants. She may have like a CD out. She would be on iTunes. She would be on YouTube. She would be like all over the place, right? All over the place if she wanted to. She'd be working day in and day out, and it would pay off over time, right? The thing about creating your financial success is that it doesn't happen overnight, and it's long term. You're not going to see these results like, quickly. You're going to see them eventually, and it'll slowly, it goes like this, right? Financial freedom goes like this. It's this huge fucking line, and then at the very end, it goes like this, right? It goes like this, and then it stops. This, and then keep going. Because when you have a bump and increase in your financial success, you're okay, cool. I have more stuff to do now. And then you work, then another bump. Then you work, you have another bump. So you have to remember that, right? With investing, right? With income, with money in itself, right? It's exponential, right? When you start having more income streams, you start investing, you actually start getting compound interest, right? Compound interest, you have to look it up. Compound interest is really important when it comes to investing, when it comes to income streams. If you are always saving and investing, if you're taking the money, the profits that you're making from your income streams, and you're investing them, into stocks or investment products, what's going to end up happening is you're going to notice that your money, after a while, see, the goal with investing is not to make the money, but it's to make that money exponentially. It's to have the money work for you, making money for it. Like, the money is working for you. You're telling the money, make me more of you. And the money's like, oh, okay. And so that's what compound interest is. Compound interest is just compounded, like just freaking like money after, like, the money just goes crazy. And that's where everybody should be. Because when you become in a place where money just starts pouring in, that's where you really get that security. You really get to do the things that you want to do. And, ultimately you're secure, you're happy, and all that stuff. So I hope this video helps. Compound interest, I'm going to share those videos in the description to motivate you. And if you have any questions for me, reach out to me, Daniel at mbtvcoach.com. If you want to work with me, again, links in the description. Whether you want to work with me in the realm of dating and relationships, or if you want to work with me as far as life, because I am technically a life coach. Though dating and relationships and marital coaching is my niche, you can always reach out to me, and we can start really working on your future. regardless. So I really hope you guys like this video. No, we don't do live streams randomly, Friendly Guy. We actually have them scheduled every Wednesday and Sunday. This is just more on top of the scheduled sessions that we have. So, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna put my coffee down.
Wait.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, hi.
You're finally there, Sim. Dude, guys, she's finally here. Finally here.
Yeah. And I wanted to say hi, that's all. And I am sorry that I couldn't catch up on the stuff.
No worries. You could have wrote them out this whole time, but I hope that this live event helped you in some way, shape, or form. And remember to be on the next ones. You have to remember, guys, all of my live events that I do separate from our scheduled ones. You know, I always encourage people to come in and talk to me. And so far, people haven't been taking advantage. And you guys are leaving money on the table by doing that. It's not my problem, but I really hope that you guys take a lot from this. So, yeah, I would love to see Damon be a relationship coach as well. He would, yeah, but it's not about cutting through the bullshit when it comes to relationship coaching. So when it comes to relationship coaching, there's a lot of other factors to being a non-bullshitter, right? Which also I am as well. I become Damon when I coach, kind of. You know, I'm very result-based. I'm very solution-based. We have the same coaching style, believe it or not. So, but anyways, guys, I will see you guys next time. This has been a little bit over an hour, and you know, I want to start uploading these different resources for you. So look up all the things that I talked about, and I'll see you next time. Reach out to me if you want. Don't. See you next time. I'll talk to you guys later.